Elisa Esposito, who was tracked down deserted by the side of a stream as a baby with wounds on her neck, is quiet and imparts through gesture-based communication. In 1962, during the virus war, Elisa fills in as an overseer at a mysterious government research center in Baltimore, Maryland, and carries on with an exceptionally standard life in a condo over a cinema. Her main companions are her closeted gay nearby neighbor Giles, a striving moderately aged publicizing artist, and her colleague Zelda Fuller. Colonel Richard Strickland has recently caught a strange animal from a South American stream and has taken the animal to the Baltimore office for additional review. Inquisitive about the animal, Elisa finds it is a humanoid land and water proficient. She starts visiting him stealthily, and the two structure a nearby bond, looking to take advantage of the land and water proficient person for a U.S. advantage in the space race. General Straightforward Hoyt is ultimately convinced by Strickland to vivisect it. Dr. Robert Hofstadler, a researcher who is covertly a Russian government operative named Dmitry Mozenkov, argues fruitlessly to Strickland to keep the land and water proficient man alive for additional review, while at the same time requested by his Soviet overseers to euthanize the animal, at the point when Elisa hears the Americans' arrangements for the land and water proficient man. She endeavors to convince Giles to assist her with freeing him. Giles rejects from the start, frightened of the outcomes and morals. In the wake of neglecting to land his position back, his dismissed advances towards a male cafe laborer and witnesses that staff part throw out an African-American couple, Giles has a shift in perspective. Hofstadler coincidentally finds Elisa's plot in the works and decides to help her. However, at first hesitant, Zelda additionally becomes associated with making the break fruitful. Elisa intends to deliver the land and water proficient man into a close-by channel when weighty downpour will permit admittance to the sea. Meanwhile, she keeps him in her bath. Strickland questions Elisa and Zelda, among others, yet he doesn't advance anything. General Hoyt suddenly shows up and tells Strickland he has a day and a half to recuperate the land and water proficient man, or his vocation and life will be finished. In the meantime, Hofstadler is let by his overseers know that he will be separated from the U.S. in 2 days. Albeit the arranged delivery date draws near, the land and water proficient man's well-being starts to weaken. Strickland undermines Zelda in her home. Fruitlessly, until her significant other, Brewster, uncovers that Elisa has the land and water proficient man. Zelda promptly phones Elisa, cautioning her to deliver the animal. A maddened Strickland scours Elisa's unfilled condo until he finds the bath brimming with synthetics and a schedule note uncovering where she intends to deliver the land and water proficient man. At the trench, Elisa and Giles are saying goodbye to the animal when Strickland shows up, wrecks Giles, and shoots both the land and water proficient man and Elisa. The land and water proficient man rapidly applies his abilities to mend himself, and slices Strickland's throat, killing him. As the police show up on the scene with Zelda, the land and water proficient man brings Elisa and bounces into the trench where he swims around her, not realizing she is dead. At the point when he applies his mending skill submerged to the scars on Elisa's neck, they open to uncover gills like his. She shocks back to life and the two hug and kiss. In an end voiceover portrayal, Giles conveys his conviction that Elisa lived joyfully ever later and stayed in adoration with the land and water proficient man.